is the winner of the Nevada caucuses. Watching this, Alex Stone from ABC. Good morning, Alex.
Dave McGraw, good morning to you. And it was a very big night for Donald Trump, and one giving him momentum going into Super Tuesday. And momentum is a huge thing in politics that consciously or subconsciously, those who will be voting come Super Tuesday may have heard or seen the speech of him coming out as the winner here, the victory speech, and might influence how they vote come Tuesday. Voters, we know, made up their minds a long time ago in entrance polling. Here it was entrance, not exit polling. The voters said that they went in determined for Donald Trump. Trump won big with Hispanic voters with 45% support. That's as good as Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz's support among Hispanics combined. He did the best among less educated voters, among highly educated voters. And in those entrance polling, McGraw, voters said that they wanted somebody from outside the political establishment and said they're angry with the federal government. They made their voices heard here last night. It was a huge, almost sounds like Trump, huge night for Donald Trump.
And since he got 46% of the vote, we can assume that some of the people who have dropped out, that support has been spread across the field, including Donald Trump.
Well, quite possibly. The only issue is for Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, because they had said that they were going to see their numbers shoot up here in Nevada as more folks dropped out, especially after Bush dropped out. Marco Rubio said here in Nevada you're going to see his numbers go up because all the Bush supporters would then go to Rubio. Well, Rubio wasn't even here in Nevada last night, which is typically a sign the campaign is not expecting huge things when they bail before the results even come in. They say that they left to go begin campaigning in a Super Tuesday state and really get the ball rolling on that because the results were going to come in so late last night. But you have to believe if they thought they were going to have a big night last night and they could have had a victory party here with people cheering and his name up there and Rubio up on stage, they would have stuck around. But they were out of here yesterday morning.
Alex Stone, how much we're hearing some that there were not enough ballots in some places, that people were getting 2 and 3 ballots, people weren't necessarily registered. How much trouble was there with voting last night?
Well, there were some issues that were reported. The Republican Party saying now that a lot of them were wrong, that it was social media creating a buzz of people reporting different things. One of the issues that was brought up was that Trump supporters were working as volunteers at the caucus sites and wearing Trump gear. Well, Nevada's done a little differently, and they say there's nothing wrong with that, that we saw volunteers at the caucus site that I visited who were wearing Cruz gear and Rubio gear. They say the volunteers who are leading the effort can wear whatever they want to wear. On the ballot issue, it was really only Xerox pieces of paper. They weren't official ballots like you might think of, so they just got more paper. There was some confusion at some of the sites because the crowds were so big. At the one we were at, about 2,000 people showed up, and it was at a time there was a line that went down the block, essentially, but around this school. That there were some issues here and there. But the Republican Party saying nothing that would have impacted the vote. And you have to believe that that may be the truth in that today Cruz and Rubio aren't coming out and saying, hey, wait a second, this wasn't accurate because such and such went on. They're accepting these numbers at this point. So the campaigns don't seem to have a major issue with what went on.
Any stories about Carson or Kasich thinking that the end is near?
Carson says he's going to stick with it, that he's not going anywhere. He didn't have much of a showing last night, but he says that he is the slow burner and that he's going to come back and win this thing. Numbers would show that's probably not going to happen. Kasich seems like he's going to stick it out at least through Super Tuesday. He's been campaigning in the Super Tuesday states, and he could bail between now and next Tuesday, but seems like he's put enough effort into Super Tuesday states. Why bail now if he can stick it out until then?
Say what you want, but Rubio and Cruz keep coming in second and third, whether they flip-flop or whatever. They're still nowhere near taking down the big man, Donald Trump.
Yeah, very much so. You know, after all of these, last night Cruz held a rally, and Rubio is talking today, saying that they feel good about where they are, that they had a good performance here in Nevada, and that they feel like they can take on Trump. But the problem is Trump is the one winning. They are not winning. And at some point, they have to win if they want that to become a reality. They need a big Super Tuesday, and right now the numbers just aren't backing that up. Evangelicals, a group that Ted Cruz had owned, especially in Iowa, went for Donald Trump last night. if Trump takes Super Tuesday. There are many in the Republican Party who believe it is his nomination at that point. But they've got a week, and Rubio and Cruz are going to try to use that time to gain back support, and they're hoping that they can claim success after Super Tuesday.
Alex Stone, live in Las Vegas. Thanks for checking in, Alex. 7:50.
You got it. Thanks, McGraw. Have a great day.
You got it. 7:50.